Hello everybody and welcome to the SK Gaming Cup Grand Final match between QPAD Red Pandas and the Absolute Legends main squad.
10 seconds.
Gonna be game 2 we're going into now. QPandas on the dire side. They took the first game, pretty convincing fashion from what I saw. And they're gonna have second pick on the dire course. And Radiant gonna be played by AL, and they're having first pick. Choose to ban out Wisp with their first ban, looking for their second ban now. Gotta go with the Lifestealer actually. So now here we see banned out a ton in the first ban phase. I know there was a Chaos Knight played by QPandas last game along with the Wisp, which probably has something to do with why AL decided to ban him out in this particular game. And QPandas is gonna ban out the Nyx for their first ban, looking for their second one now. See what route they want to go here.
10 seconds remaining.
And looking for their second ban. Still a lot of powerful heroes in the pool.
5 seconds remaining.
I like the Keeper Light, the Bat Rider. Two of the more obvious ones they could try to go for here, if they want to go that route. And they're eventually going to choose to ban out the Puck, actually. So taking out the team fight solo here. It's kind of a pretty popular pick in the metagame right now, competitive scene, but not one we see banned out a ton in the first ban phase. Does get banned out with some frequency in the second, as she's often not really picked up in the first game, picking phase. But Bat Rider going to be in the pool, and that leaves Absolute Legends to pick up Bat Rider with the first pick here. QPandas is now thinking about their first and second picks in response to that Bat Rider. We'll see what route they want to go. If they want to try and run something like last game with the Chaos Knight, of course they can't pick up the Wisp in this particular game, so not going to have quite the same success probably.
5 seconds remaining.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch most of that game, so I don't really know what they were running beyond that. They run a lot of strategies though. They could go for Shadow Demon. They pick up Kunkka a lot with the Shadow Demon. Kind of run him mid in the hands of Sing Sing. If they want to go something like that, QPandas is a pretty new team, and they pick up the Shadow Demon as well as the Kunkka. Wow. I might know a lot about this game, guys. Might know a lot. Maybe a wizard, I don't know. They go with the Shadow Demon and the Kunkka. And I think they like to pair up Faceless Void with this a lot, as well as kind of their carry hero to farm in the tri-lane while Kunkka heads towards the mid. We'll see if that's the route they go here, or they want to give Kunkka to the tri-lane to farm. Certainly also a possibility they could pick up different mid heroes. And now AL thinking about what they want to go for here. They know QPandas is probably going to bring the pressure with the Shadow Demon and the Kunkka picks, both very, very aggressive picks. And they're going to go with Rubik as well as Magnus. So Rubik, of course, with that spell steal, going to be able to steal things like Kunkka's bow, disruption from the Shadow Demon. Both pretty good abilities to take. And Magnus with the reverse blading, of course, can try and turn these team fights around when QPandas inevitably starts trying to take the fight right to them with this kind of aggressive lineup. QPandas is now thinking about their third pick. We'll see what route they want to go for, if they decide to pick up a solo here,
10 seconds remaining.
or they just go all in with another carry and kind of reveal what they're going for. They go with a solo, or a support rather, in the form of the Lina. I don't think this is a particularly bad pickup right off the bat. Lina does provide a lot of AoEs as well as spike damage, with that Laguna Blade ultimate able to just take out heroes in fights very quickly with a huge nuke, and pairs up well, of course, with the Shadow Demon disruption. A good ability to set up the Light Strike array stun coming out from the Lina. And we'll see how they want to go here in this second ban phase. If they end up going for something like the Void, like I suspect they might, and if AL know that that's the kind of lineup QPAD really like to run,
10 seconds remaining.
you typically expect teams to kind of do that kind of research. Know what's going on. We know that Sing Sing is usually their Kunkka player, but Wagamama almost always plays the carry. And Bounty Hunter are going to be the first ban coming up from AL, so they're trying to ban out these offlanes. Obviously, that's what QPAD really looking for, and of course, Bounty Hunter are one of the best when you're coming to these aggressive lineups early in the game where you get set up a lot of ganks. If you get that track gold, it's really hard for the enemy team to come back if you're setting up kills, getting the tricle, just building those advantages. Even trades in here in terms of hero kills aren't really even when you have track on your team. So I'm going to choose to take that out. QPAD thinking about what they want to ban out as well. They have the Bat Ray and the Magnus on the AL lineup. So probably both of those heroes going to be run as solos, which leaves AL looking for a support as well as a carry. They're definitely going to be looking for a carry of some sort. It's certainly also possible they could run Bat Rider. In the jungle lane leaves them looking for another solo hero. And they ban out Queen of Pain, so taking out one of those AoE heroes to combo up well with the Magnus. Thus far, they don't really have a ton. It's particularly great with Magnus when he gets the reverse players off. Even with a big reverse player, if you don't have anything to really do with it, you know, it's just a stun. It's an AoE stun, and you just sit there and look at them. They do ban out the Void now from Absolute Legends, so choose to take out that particular carry. I think it's probably a good call. Not sure that QPAD would have wanted to go for it necessarily, but if you leave it in the pool, it's always an option and works really well. You know, if you're stuck in a Chronosphere with a couple heroes and suddenly you got Kunkka stuff flying at you, you have Lina throwing down the AoE nukes, even getting some stacks of Shadow Poison on you in the meantime as well, could be a huge issue. And then we're going to see Alchemist being the last ban from Absolute Legends. We still have I think QPAD is going for Panda and Luna. We'll see. One notable hero left in the pool is the Darkseer right now. And I think Darkseer could be a pretty good pickup here for QPAD.
5 seconds remaining.
I think it would probably be better even than the Brewmaster.
Reserve time.
We'll see what they end up going for, though. They're looking for their last ban. They banned out Weaver, so going for another solo. Looks like they are expecting to see that Bat Rider in the jungle. Probably know the AL have been running him as such in the past. And then they end up banning out the Animage, which is one of the favorite carries of a Unicorn in this AL lineup. Gyrocopter not going to be the pickup from Absolute Legends, so that's what they're going to run as their carry, it would appear, in their particular tri-lane. We'll see what they end up picking up with their last pick if they go for another solo. Like it seems like QPandas as well as maybe the chat is suspecting. And just run that Bat Rider in the jungle, or they go for another support. We're going to see Clockwork actually coming out as the pick from QPandas here. So going with that for their offlane, it looks like. Pretty aggressive hero in Sand King now from AL, going to round out their tri-lane, it looks like, with the Rubik. So looking at AL's line, I'm probably going to be seeing Bat Rider in the mid lane, Magnus to the off, Rubik, Sand King, Gyrocopter forming up of that tri-lane. And depending on what the tri-lane of QPandas looks like, Bat Rider could just end up in the jungle anyways, abandoning that lane to just go and get whatever he can in the jungle instead of sitting up top, not really accomplishing much of anything.
5 seconds
And expecting
remaining.
to see QPandas here look for their carry for that tri-lane. They have a ton of options. I don't really know who they favor. I haven't gotten to see a ton of their games yet. I think this is really their first tournament they're reaching the finals of. They're in the DreamHack Invitational as well, which I think they're having some success in. Only got to catch a couple of their games there. So I know they like to run the Faceless Warrior. Of course, he's been banned out, so they're not going to see him in this game. They banned out the Alchemist as well. We saw that the other day as well, where Wagamama had over 1,000 gold per minute on that Alchemist. Had all the money in the world, and of course you win a game like that. And they do end up going with Luna. Just going to go with the pretty aggressive carry in the front of the Luna there. See how it ends up working for him, so expect to see Sing Sing on that Kunkka in the mid lane, tri-lane with the Lina, the Luna, and the Shadow Demon. Could head that safe lane, or it could take it aggressively if they want to. Kind of expecting to see it safe lane. And then select on that Clockwork, probably ends up in the off lane. Oh, left my camera on. Alright, we'll go over the players and the heroes very quickly. We have Select for QPAD on this dire side, playing the Clockwork, Wagamama on the Luna, Sing Sing on the Kunkka, JRX on the Lina, and finally Shadow Demon being played by Mini. Looks like all 5 heroes from both teams heading to the Radiant jungle. So it's a good sign that we're going to see an aggressive trialing coming out from QPanda. They're trying to contest this pull right away. On the AL side, this Radiant side, we got Unicorn playing the Gyrocopter. I think is Rise on the Rubik. Miracle on the Sand King. Miggle on the Magnus, and finally Mania playing the Barrier. Award going to get dropped there. On this Radiant side, by QPandas, just going to get some sight out. It does look like they're just leaving Select here alone, as the rest of their heroes are starting to make their way towards that top lane. Sentries are picked up on Sand King, so they might drop a ward here. Drop a sentry here, rather, just to check if this ward is here. Cut down on the site Select's going to have early.
The battle begins.
They didn't see any of the heroes, so they might not think it's there and might not want to waste the sentry. Especially if the pull isn't blocked. If the pull is blocked, they would probably be pretty suspicious. So mid lane gonna be going up against Magnus, it looks like. Miracle hanging out as well on the Sand King for the time being. Double damage are gonna get picked up by Shadow Demon up in the top river. And it looks like the only place really going to be contesting farm is this mid lane once again. Sand King dropping a ward as well as a sentry up near his ancients to make sure there's no dire ward up there. I believe there was, unless they... no, the other ward's still sitting in Shadow Demon's inventory. I didn't see it. It looks like the support's just going to leave Unicorn up against Select for the time being. Gyrocopter should pretty much have the best of this lane. At the moment anyways. Clockwork, of course, no slouch.
And it's off!
Gonna toss a rocket flare over here to scout out this pull. And then immediately tries to contest it, missing first blood in the mid lane. Sinks and goes down with that help from Sand King. Looks like Barrier taking quite a bit of damage. Should be just fine, he's in the jungle. Select continuing to contest this pull, no fear at all of Rise on the Rubik. There is a Gyrocopter coming now, and he has a Rocket Barrage, which is going to do a lot of damage to this Clockwork. He's already down well below half health. Trying to salve up, get as much health as possible. Gonna catch Unicorn in some cogs. He's taking a lot of damage, getting pushed. It looks like he's gonna go down. Clockwork getting the revenge kill after he dies on the Gyrocopter. Not exactly what he wants to do with his life, but trading his life for the carry, not the worst in the world either. Of course, Gyrocopter did get the kill, as well as that experience for the kill, which is going to help him out a lot. Select missing out on the experience. Really unfortunate for him. Unicorn now coming back in. Rocket Barrage coming off again, not really hitting on Select at all, almost entirely hitting on the creep wave. That Collins is going to come out. Not really doing a ton either. In the meantime, Gank comes out in the middle lane. This time the kill going the way of QPandas. With Congregating last hit on the Magnus, his support's showing up. And Wagamama just left to free farm in the top lane. Luna, we'll see what he decides to go for and how early on he decides to get involved with his team. Select not going to have the best time in this lane with the Clockwork. Might try and contest this pull once again.
Do it with flair.
Just throwing flares the last hit, it looks like. Support's hanging out in this mid lane once again. Miracle on the Sand King. Still here. Looks like he wants to go for another kill on Sing Sing. We'll see if he's able to get it up. Not really in the best position with that creep wave just on top of the Radiance cliff. Given a little vision. Slug continuing down here in the bottom lane up to level 4 now. Keeping pace with the Gyrocopter. It's been mostly left alone lanes. It's basically solo versus solo with the Rubik pulling. Which is denying some experience from Select. He's heading into the jungle once again now. Gonna throw out that battery assault, which isn't gonna do a ton because mud golems. Poor Select running into those mud golems. Singson continue to try and outfarm this Magnus in the mid lane. They're really close on last hits at the moment, but neither feeling particularly safe. Singson probably aware that Miracle is still hanging out here on his Sand King. Doesn't really want to get caught out by that Clockwork. Gonna bottle an Invis and activate it. See what he decides to do with it. Gonna spot out Rice here with that ward. He's going for the leveling battery assault build. Hasn't been cogs, not gonna rock the battery assault, gonna throw. He's trying to survive for as long as possible. Now Unicorn coming in. It's like trying to get that last hit. Battery assault keeping him off him for the time being. Hard to get in range for that rocket barrage. Has the cogs. Gonna trap him in there. He cannot catch a break with these cogs. And with the rocket barrage, back off cooldown, it's going to be Death of Select once again. Meantime, Batrider dying to a neutral. Over here? Oh, okay.
Radiant's top
So,
tower is under
Batrider,
attack.
Mania not having the best time jungling, it looks like. He's sitting at level 2. Really shouldn't be having this much trouble as Batrider. Sing putting some pressure in this mid lane with that boat sword.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Doing a pretty good job. Shockwave gonna fly through, hits on JRX. Harassing him back a little bit on Lina. Can't really afford to get hit by those level 3 shockwaves too often. Sluck's still sitting down here. Keeping at it. He's got another point in Rocket Flare now, it looks like.
Homing in.
Maybe just concerned about being forwarded too much anymore. He's died a couple times now. Doesn't want to die anymore. Just stay back, get some lessons for Rocket Flare. I'm going to be in the bottom river. It's haste. Select going to go bottle that up. Didn't really need to use the bottle charges too much, but just keep him with a haste rune, which will make him feel rather safe. They don't really have the lockdown to stop him from getting away with a haste. Mini continuing to hang out in this middle lane on the Shadow Demon, and just kind of a standoff. Continuing on here, Sing not doing the best in terms of farm. Starting to fall behind the Magnus a little bit with those shockwaves. Allow him to stay back while Sing kind of has to get close to try and last hit. But doing decent. Still not out of it by any means, only 3 behind. Also has a lot more denies, which is somewhat relevant. Senki gonna come and try and get the stun, misses. Now Kunkka gonna feel a little bit safer. Looks like Clarity gonna get popped by Miracle so he can get his mana back. Still only level 4, so only has the level 2 Burrow Strike. Just kinda hard to land. Doesn't have the range you might desire. Select continue to try and leech XP. He's getting ever closer to level 6.
Homing in.
Rocket Flare's getting him some last hits. From time to time. We're continuing to just see everyone farm, but Wagamama definitely getting the best of it. Completely uncontested. No one has even approached this lane from the AL lineup, and you gotta question how wise that is. Level 5 now on Batrider. Looks like he's having a little bit of a better time finally. But still really far behind from where you kind of expect him to want to be. Torrent gonna land from Sing on the Magnus. So is a Shadow Poison, so they're gonna see where he is. We're gonna toss the Shockwave out here. Burrow Strike coming through, Sing in some trouble. The reverse player coming off on him as well. And the boat gonna come through from Sing. Gonna keep him alive for the time being. As well as not really having any follow-up from AL. Felt like they were going to go a little bit harder on that, but Batrider, of course, not level 6 yet because he had such a hard time in this jungle. That he didn't have that ult, and it lets Sing just walk away, so reverse player to getting used for nothing. Gonna drop the Firefly, not even dealing enough damage to kill off this creep wave, and now Mania, low in HP and mana, it looks like he's just going back. Jeez. Select continuing in this bottom lane to leech that experience. He's up to level 6 now. Don't know if I mentioned, Wagamama was able to get the last hit on the tower in the top lane, so the tier 1 goes down. 2 Wagamama, he's up to 1,000 gold with drums, as well as Tranquil's picked up. 9 minutes in, doing pretty decent.
Incoming.
Rocket flares doing fly through. Select going in. The Torrent gonna fly through as well. Select gonna go down. The boat gonna be the death of Unicorn, however. Select trading his life for the gyrocopter once again. Rise gonna go down as well. Singson getting a double kill. Dealing too much damage with that soul catcher on the Rubik for him to really survive. And Mini hanging out in the jungle now. Probably wants to get out from behind this tower. Don't really expect anyone to port down here into this, trying to defend. Does look like Select is going to port to the mid lane though and stop Miggle on this Magnus from being able to do too much. Mini just hanging out in this jungle, maybe expecting someone to try and defend. Has an urn picked up now. And Kunkka's going to get the left hand on that particular tower.
Has fallen.
So, a couple kills going on the way of QPAD down this bottom lane, as well as that tower, once again. And we can take a quick look at experience and gold. Looks like we have a second. Experience is going to be favored QPandas, only about by 500, so very close. Gold, a little bit of a more drastic chart. Let's think about 3K in favor of QPandas. Looks like Unicorn in some trouble. Disruption going to cause saves him for a second with that stolen by Rise, but he's going to go down. Nonetheless, Jarex just using that second disruption to set up the kill. Rise is going to telekinesis Select, keeps him back. The hookshot landing on the creep wave, unfortunately, so it wasn't able to get the stun on the Rubik to set up those power cogs. That's Select going to bottle up. Mini is sitting at level 6 on his bat right now, but needs to be careful. Even if he is level 6 and he has that ult, he's not very tanky. Gonna salve up now, it looks like it was given to him by the Rubik. Torrent gonna fly through, Mini able to dodge, running back at him. Reverse player gonna catch on 3, but Bat Rider already dead. Select now, gonna drop the power cogs. Mag's able to get the kill on Shadow Demon, but the ult from Luna gonna come through. The ult now from Unicorn gonna be the death of Wagamama. So ends up being a 2-for-2 trade. Bat and Magnus go down. But they lose the Luna on the side of QPandas, and that's the trade they're really going to be wanting to make here. Unicorn now sitting on Bracer as well as Rolling Magic. 400 gold. So he's getting pretty close to those drums. Has his phase boots up as well. We see Tranquil still up on Luna. To 2,000 gold. Looks to be going for BKB, picks up an Ogre Club now. Gonna tank up. Sing Sing going for that Shadow Blade build, it looks like. He's got the Claymore done it already. Don't really expect to see him go for a Battle Fury, especially picking up the Claymore first. Looks like Rune's gonna be bottom. Well, that was a weird animation. That Shadow Poison. Sing Sing gonna just pick that up with his bottle. Gonna find out Rise here. Oh, Eclipse got stolen. That's the death of Mini. Really unfortunate steal there from Rise. Or a good steal there from Rise. Didn't even notice, but the Eclipse was stolen. That does set up that kill pretty easily. Not a ton you can do about that when you're a support Shadow Demon. You already used Disruption. Rocket Fire leaving a little bit of aftermath there. Flare gonna fly through, trying to give out some vision for the QPAD lineup while they go for this push on the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Sing Sing with the double damage, doing a lot of damage to it, so it should be able to go down, and he does get the last hit.
Radiant's middle tower
It's getting ever closer to having that Shadow Blade, only about 700 gold away now. Luna getting pretty close to that BKB as well. Picked up a Ring of Aquila, it looks like. Spent a little bit of gold on that before going all in on it. The BKB. Gives her a little bit more armor. Barrier gets his Blink Dagger done finally. So starting to get back in the game after kind of a miserable opening. Continuing to jungle up here. Killing off those creeps. Some Miracle up in this top lane. Level 8 on the Sand King, so he's been alone for a while, I guess. He's caught up to the Magnus in terms of level. Kunkka level 10. Magnus didn't have a great time, it looks like. Lena even seeing at level 6. They're going to have that Laguna Blade up, and it looks like they're going for defense on this tower in the top lane. If Miggle as well as Miracle here, the Rocket Flare, are going to hit them. Spots them up for the moment. Looks like they're going to try and get out. Both have a TP scroll and might need to use it right away. Select going to the high ground, going to get spot out by barrier. There comes the Flaming Lasso. Disruption could come out from Mini. It looks like they're not going to use it quite yet. Caw's going to fly through Miggle, trying to go for a kill on Mini. Ends up just reverse polaritying him. Clockwork going to go down from Batrider. That's 2 for none in favor of AL for the moment, and then Wagamama drops the Eclipse, going to be able to get a kill on Batrider and Revenge, but they ended up just trading still 2 for 1. Now it looks like they're continuing to go in. Burrowstrike going to miss from Miracle on Sing Sing. Able to run away on the Kunkka. Try to drop the Lucent Beam. Wagamama going to get invised from the Sandstorm. Thinking able to just get away. I'll continue to farm up to 1700 gold. Can afford that Mithril Hammer if he wants to go for it now. Kunkka activates a regen rune. No big deal. Has that Shadow Blade done, so he's going to be able to do even more damage in these fights.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And we got these supports wandering around once again. Unfortunately, Mini has attracted the ire of a melee creep, just chasing him around. Not going to be able to spot out this ward with that sentry. I think it's just out of range, unfortunately. Magnus picks up a Blink Dagger of his own now. Illusion going to spawn in the lower river, so it's going to be spotted out. Sing Sing appears to be going for it now. He's at full everything, doesn't really need the illusion, so shouldn't even just going to pick them up. This ward definitely out of sentry ward range. And 4 heroes now from AL up in this top lane. 5th one, Sands King, see where he ends up going. It looks like he's heading up there as well. So maybe trying to go for a fight. Wagamama gonna get pulled by the Batrider ultimate. Jericho's ult coming through as well. It's gonna be his death. Picked off immediately. Just out farming a little too far. And with everyone on the AL lineup missing, kind of a risky maneuver. Ends up getting punished a little bit. And he's sitting at 2-2-2 now. Going about even in terms of kills deaths with the Jackcrafter. It was 4-4. Both gonna fly through as well as the Torrent, not gonna land anything except the Creep Wave, which will keep this tower alive for the time being. Our boat will be on cooldown. Has that buffed cooldown, however, so it's only 60 seconds at level 1 now. So we might have it up again by the time this fight actually starts taking place. Mania gonna throw some sticky napalm, spots out Sing Sing. Flame Break gonna come through as well. Hits on them, just gonna push them back. Shadow Blade getting used by Sing Sing now. It looks like they might want to go in. Miracle gonna get pulled back in a lot of trouble. He's gonna go down. Sing Sing able to get that last hit. The ultimate coming out. Now Select gonna land the hookshot on Rise, going in. Rise gonna go down from the Battery Assault, and that's gonna be 2 kills going the way of QPandas. Now they're chasing. It looks like they're just gonna be content to back off, not keep diving after the other 3. Who knows how far they were anyways. And Rune gonna spawn directly adjacent to Sing Sing. It's a regen. Hoo-hoo! Kills off that entire creep wave. The single swing of his sword. Sing Sing continuing to farm this Kunkka, doing pretty well. Almost caught up to Luna farm, who had complete free farm early on in the game, just completely left alone in lane. Kunkka just having a good time farming these lanes. Also sitting at 4-1 and 4. It's pretty helpful. Got killed for first blood and since then got on a 4-kill streak. So Select getting a headdress sent to him via courier.
Dire's top tower
And
is
all
under
three heroes
attack.
hanging out in this bottom lane. Dire Structure's
Dire's
gonna get
structures are
fortified with this
fortified.
glyph. They're going for this tier 1 tower in top lane again. They're gonna be able to get it this time. And
Dire's
that's
top
gonna go to the
tower
creep
has
wave. So
fallen.
gold getting split evenly amongst the heroes.
And it's
Getting
up.
some pressure on this tier 2 in the bottom lane, starting to come off from QPAD. Creep wave gonna fly through, or Flame Wave gonna fly through,
Radiant
deal some damage, but the creep wave's already there. And now it's in deny range. Will they be able to get it? Looks like they're just gonna go and walk around able to get the last hit on that Luna.
Has fallen.
Another rocket flare gonna fly through from Select. They're able to see everyone out here. However, there's a ward from the AL lamp, so they know what's going on from QPandas as well. And Sing Sing just gonna have to kill off this creep wave, it looks like.
Do it with flair.
Rocket flare flying out once again to see where the enemy lineup is. And both teams not really willing to engage. But QPAD looking like they're at an advantage in that situation because they're going for
Radiant's
Roshan
bottom
now.
tower is under attack.
Smoke has been used by AL. Do they know what's going on? There are no wards here. From the AL lineup, can't see anything in that region right now. It looks like they're going to back off. Maybe QPAD is aware something's amiss. Sing Sing in some trouble. Gonna get the Shadow Blade off, but there is reveal, and it's gonna be his death. Now Eclipse coming through from Wagamama. Rise able to steal it, gets it off as well. Jarek's taking a lot of damage as a result, but able to get the kill for the time being. Reverse player gonna come off, leads to a kill on the Shadow Demon as well as the Clockwork. Double kill from Miggle now. Miracle gonna get just being able to dodge the boat. He's getting chased down now, however. Sing Sing able to land a hit, and Lucid Beam gonna finish off, so Wagamama gets a double kill as well. 4 for 3 trade in favor of QPandas rather. Sing Sing with the buyback, able to get back in the fight and get something done. Looks like he's going for a BKB of his own. With that, I expect these 3 to just go for Roshan. Jarek's kind of low on HP, but has them stuns. Let's just throw nukes through. Why not? So Wagamama has a Blade of Alacrity coming through. Probably expect to see the Manta style coming out next, or at least the Yasha. We'll see where they go from that.
Moon's blessings. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
And Sing Sing now heading down to this bottom lane. Gonna lay a little harass on Unicorn, it looks like. Okay. Not sure why he used Torrent without using X-Marks the spot.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Gotta find a regen rune in the bottom river that follows that up. And it looks like we have a let's look at experience and gold again. 5k now, the experience lead in favor of QPandas gold. Sitting about the same, a little bit more, approaching 7.5k. So they've made up a little bit of a lead here in terms of experience and gold. And the Luna looking quite farmed. The Magnus also doing pretty well for himself with the 3,300 gold. See what he wants to go for, if we're just going for a refresher or Magnus, or we're going to get some damage out from him. So we have a pretty decent amount of AoE with the Gyrocopter as well as the Sand King. So if he can land some reverse polarities here, they're going to be able to really wipe the QPandas lineup pretty quickly. QPandas hiding in the fog. I just figured out what the hotkeys were, the toggle fog. So I've been playing with them. And it looks like they want to go for a gank on somebody. Sing Sing gonna pop a regen rune immediately after Shadow Blading. Gonna get Miracle out here. Getting stunned up. The ult gonna come through. from Unicorn. Select now, getting in a fight with the gyrocopter, but it looks like with the help of some boat, might be able to get that kill. Double kill going the way of Wagamama. Triple kill now. JRX able to get a kill as well. And it looks like gyrocopter was able to get out. Oh. So 4 kills, 4-1. That trade favoring QPandas once again. 4 kills for 2. Shadow Demon bought back.
Radiant's middle tower is
Shadow
under
Demon bought
attack.
back. Got back in the fight. They're going to push this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. And don't expect the AL to really be able to do too much here. Only the gyrocopter alive at the moment. And it's going to go down.
Radiant's middle
It's going the way
is
of the
falling.
catapult slash creep wave. So I'm just going to get split by the heroes. Select has that mech done. Blink Dagger picked up by Lina now, as well as Sand King. Lots of Blink Daggers in this game. 3 on the side of AL, as well as the Blink Dagger now up on Lina. Very mobile teams. Clockwork has that mech done. So AL have almost all their heroes in that mid lane. The last one, Rise, coming up now on that Rubik. So it looks like they might want to go for this tier 1 finally in the mid lane. See what they're able to do with it. Age is still up on Wagamama. It's going to get reclaimed in a couple minutes. Just over 2.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We'll see what QPAD want to do with it, if they're going to try and force another fight here while they still have the Aegis. Maybe try and force high ground. There's only 1 tier 2 remaining. They could also try and push into that if they'd like. Do have that option for the time being. That one lonely Radiant Ward going to get spotted out here and killed off. Means that really AL have no sight on this map at the moment, whereas there's a lot more vision coming out from QPandas, able to keep them feeling safe and really keep up this aggressive posturing coming out here. Invisor going to get followed by Select on this Clockwork in the lower river. Going to wander around with it now. We'll see when he decides to pop it, if he just waits till he's in the team fight. Maybe throws off a battery assault first so he can be really annoying. Kind of expect that there's some sort of reveal though with that Shadow Blade Kunkka on the other team. There's a gem actually picked up on Rubik. There it is. BKB finished on Gyrocopter now. As well as on the Magnus actually. So it looks like Miguel decided to go for the BKB, just wants to be able to survive in these fights, stay alive. Not super concerned about getting the double reverse polarities off, just wants to be able to get a good reverse, one good one off. Make sure he doesn't get stunned up, his initiation gets broken by like Clockwork with cogs or anything. Sing Sing continue to farm. Appears to have his BKB done as well, it does. So it's going to come from lots of BKBs starting to come out here.
Middle tower is under attack.
How many seconds do we have left on Wagamama? 8 seconds. So he's used it twice now. And we'll see if there's a fight that's going to go down this mid lane. Age is going to be reclaimed momentarily within seconds. Boop. There it is. He's up to 3,000 gold, but no longer has the Aegis to feel protected. And we'll see what AL want to do about that now that the Aegis is down. If they want to try and force a fight, they do have a lot of AoE, but they haven't really been winning the fights maybe as much as they'd like. And QPandas smoked up, heading towards this bottom lane. Looks like they're going to go for the wraparound. They're going to spot out Mania. Torrent, now here comes the boat, as well as the nukes from Lina, and that's going to be his death right away. Unicorn going to pop the BKB, reverse player lands on Wagamama as well as Minship. They're going to go down immediately. Sing Sing's still alive as well as Select on the Clockwork, but they don't really have anything they can do here. And there's a gem up. As soon as that, Sing Sing not going to be able to get away. Maybe doesn't know about the gem. It's going to be his death. Triple kill for Unicorn now. On that gyrocopter, able to get all those kills. And it's a 3-for-1 trade favoring
Radiant's top tower
the
is
lineup.
under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And with that, they're finally able to take that
Radiant's
tier
top
1 tower in the
tower is
mid
under
lane.
attack.
Select now going to be forced to run away on this clockwork. Probably needs support. Probably needs support very soon.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Now he's going to get surrounded. Miggle going to catch him with the blink, actually. Drops some cogs, but he's in a lot of trouble. Now the telekinesis is going to be his death. He gets the kill. Oh, hook shot, not quite able to hit. Looks like he was trying to go for the creep wave to get away, but not going to make it. So, Select getting killed off just overstayed his welcome a little bit up in that top lane. Should have even trying to get some farming levels in this bottom lane. He's at
Dire's
level
bottom
12.
tower is under attack.
Sitting at the lowest level in the game, tied up with Lena as well as the Bat Rider, actually. Mania just doesn't really have the best game on this Bat Rider. Not able to get as much done as maybe he would like. Anything really picked up yet. Let's take a quick look at experience of gold after that last fight. See, it was about 12k experience in favor of QPandas, but with that last fight going back the way of AL,
Flares here.
up to about 6k and 8k the gold lead. Once again spiking back a little bit closer towards AL after they were able to take that fight. So see what QPandas want to do about this. Roshan going to be respawning momentarily. In the minute. Kind of expect that to be the next focal point for fighting. Japan's looking like they're just going to farm up for the time being. Enough gold up on Luna to buy that Manta style if she wants. Looks like he's planning on saving for buyback at the time being. Nope, just going to go for it. Just waiting as long as possible. In the meantime, AL pushing into this tier 2 tower in the top lane. Already going for it. Doesn't look like QPandas are in a position that they're really going to be able to do too much about it. They do pop the glyph. Two heroes still sitting down in this bottom lane. Looks like they're just farming away in the Radiant jungle. No fear. Mini going to start porting back now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the push continues. Sing Sing now porting in. Looks like that's going to be the end of that push. Willie Chase Select lands the hook shot. Unfortunately, it's a miracle in the Sand King, not really going to do a ton. Boat going to fly through. That was the stolen boat from Rubik. Not going to do a ton, however. Miggle with the BKB. Trying to do something. Light Striker Ray going to miss from JRX. Going to blink away. Select going to drop the cogs. Gets the push. Miggle keep burning some mana, keeping him out of the fight for as long as possible. Eclipse was used as well as hook shot. And AL still have all of their ults, so... Oh no. Good BKB pop by Unicorn. He was probably in a lot of trouble otherwise. Miracle gets the ult off. Coming through. The boat going to land on Rise. Looks like Bat Rider going to go down. Miggle's still alive. Going to go down as well now. And Unicorn getting picked off by Clockwork. Rise not taking a lot of damage. The stolen Laguna Blade going to come out on Select. Dealing a lot of damage, but it's going to be a 4-0 fight in favor of QPandas there. Able to just kind of force them into the fight after they were ready to just get out, it looked like. Gyrocopter even trying to port back. Now Luna up to 1800 gold. Looks to be going for the Ancients.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not a lot of health. A couple people probably need to go heal, and then they'll go for this Roshan.
Thanks.
Alright. I would probably like anyone but him to be tanking at the moment. Preferably this boat guy. Pirate dude. Gonna let Kunkka tank it up for a little bit. As well as that Urn Charge being on him to keep him alive for a little bit. Light Striker Ray gonna come through the line. Stunning up Roshan a little bit, but gonna be easy, no contest at all. Coming from absolute legends.
Roshan has fallen
Able to get the last hit. Another Aegis. As well as 2600 gold. Now trying to clear off these ancients as fast as possible. Gonna be able to stack them. More dragons. So many dragons. So even more farm going the way of Wagama. He's up to 3,300 gold now. We'll see what he decides to go for. If it's going to be a butterfly next. And he just sells the ring, probably. Sells the ring, but does not choose to pick up the Eagle's song yet. Goes for a Helmet of Dominator instead, so wants the lifesteal. That's fair. Can just go for the Satanic instead. Gives some ability in a different way. There's already not enough lockdown really coming out from AL. And if they're doing it to the Luna, they're kind of losing the fight for other reasons. There are just so many stuns coming out from QPAD. With the Clockwork, with the Kunkka, the Lena. Pretty much everyone has a disable of some sort that they have to worry about.
Do it with flair.
Now it looks like QPandas is pushing up this top lane. Want to go take that last tier 2 tower on the map off the map. In the meantime, AL hanging out, de-warding the bottom lane.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just getting a little bit done for them. Something they can do for the time being. Try and gain some kind of map control. There are no wards up at all from the QPAD lineup. So AL having a little bit more map control in terms of warding at the moment, but they're going to lose this tier 2. Looks like they're going to pop the glyph. Looks like they want to do something, but Luna just going to throw out the Manta style illusion. It's going to be a death in the tower. Able to get the last hit, so even more gold going the way of Wagamama here. He's up to 3,800 gold beyond the Helmet of the Dominator, so almost has enough for the full Satanic now. If he wants to go that route and still has this Aegis. For another 4-ish minutes. It looks like they're going high ground. Shed even gonna use the disruption to just make some more Lunas. Help killing off this tower. Tor not gonna land on anything there. Kunkka. Mania popping the Firefly, trying to get that flying vision. Try and spot anything out that they can here.
Boom! There it goes.
And now Manta's style gonna come back up. From Wagwa, continue to try and lay onto this tower. Torn gonna fly out, lands on Unicorn, feeling some harass. He has the Empower on him, as well as the Flat Cannon, clearing off these creep waves pretty consistently. And it looks like QPandas is just gonna back off for the time being, not really able to do anything yet. Looks like we're gonna have a pause for the caster, who disconnected in the midst of the game. Hopefully it doesn't take him too long to make it back in. But who knows? Who knows? Hopefully not too long. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Typical experience of gold, I guess, while I have a moment. 15k the experience lead now in favor of QPandas is able to start bringing it back their way. 14k the gold. Let's see, anyone picked anything cool up in terms of items? Rubik has an Ogre Club of his own, so it looks like he's going for a BKB. Mania has a Mithril Hammer as well as an Ogre Club. So it looks like we're going to see so many BKBs this game. So many. So many BKBs. Sing Sing has a Crystalist picked up. Wagamama not doing a ton. Just sitting on infinite gold, 4,500.
Double damage!
Alright, so AL now hanging out in this mid lane. Looks like they want to do something. Double damage room picked up by Wagamama in the upper river. Trying to farm up a little bit on this Luna, heading towards the mid lane now. While the rest of his team is de-warding in the Radiant jungle. Is it Sentry Ward? Yeah, Sentry Ward drop. I haven't seen anyone with a gem. That gem's still up on the Rubik for AL's side. Now they're in this bottom lane, trying to pressure down here as 5. So maybe thinking that's going to be a little bit better for them for some reason. I guess this tower is already below half HP. But it's staying about the same as the top tower, so whatever.
Dire's top tower is
Unicorn in the
under attack.
meantime putting some pressure on this tier 2 up in the
Dire's
top lane.
structures are
Probably going to have to make a
fortified.
decision here. And just going to be able to get it, it looks like. Kills that tier 2 tower off, not going to port back immediately. No glyph up on the AL side. So they want to go for it. They have to kind of try their best and defend these illusions. Continuing to whittle down these towers. Aegis only going to be up for another minute and a half. Wouldn't be surprised to see Wagamama start diving in soon. Just kind of force the fight. Has the Satanic as well.
Players here.
Disruption going to come out once again, and here's the Manta probably as well. The illusions flowing through. Barrier able to get a pull on Sing Sing. The epicenter coming through as well. Hitting on both supports. JRX taking a lot of damage. Looks like he's probably going to go down this Lina. In the meantime, the tower should be pretty much dead. They're chasing after Unicorn as well as Miracle. And there's a lag spike in game. We'll get back to it though. Miracle taking quite a bit of damage. Sing Sing trying to do what he can. The clip's going to come out from Wagamama, gets a kill on the Rubik. Gem going to get picked up by Miracle. Going to Sandstorm to strive for the moment, but tier 3 is already down. And Nina able to kill Sand King. Oh, okay, hi JRX. Gets that gem. Melee Rack's is going to go down, so they're going to be able to take at least this one set of racks. Buyback coming out from Sand King, but there are no ults up. And it really feels like QPandas are really out fighting them even without the ults. Miracle in some trouble now. Getting stalled by that barrier assault, and then the Cog is going to pull him in. Miggle getting a huge skewer on 3 heroes, going to lead to the death of JRX once again on that Lina. After the buyback, this is going to be down for quite a while. Seeing at level 17 on this Lina. Doing pretty okay for herself, but going to be dead for basically ever now. No buyback on that Gyrocopter. It just didn't have the money, and that's going to be at least one more set of racks. The tier 3 in the top lane also pretty low on HP already. And it looks like QPandas going to be taking this game too.
Top tower is under attack.
2 lanes down, here comes the third. Glyph, still not for another 20 seconds.
Is under attack.
Tier 3 already going to be down.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower.
Gyrocopter with the buyback, here it comes finally. Bat Raider already down, however. The melee rack's taking a lot of damage. The rangeback's the only one left alive. It's going to be just too late. The racks are down.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
And they don't really look like they have the ability to get through mega creeps right now. Definitely not seeing a particularly large amounts of farm, but looks like they're going for it.
Radiant's middle tower
Unicorn
is under attack.
has an MKB, I guess that's something. Kunka with the Basher and Mask of Madness. Typical Sing Sing build.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, Mega Creeps up now on the side of QPandas. Ale not willing to give it up yet, it seems. So we'll see how long it gets to be before they decide that Mega Creeps are kind of crappy to play against. We'll see. We'll see. Looks like QPAD now grouping back up in this mid lane. Probably just gonna push in his 5 and try and kill off a couple heroes. Wagamama up to 5,000 gold once again on this Luna. Pretty okay for himself. Doesn't really matter too much anymore. Clockwork. Well, looks like this Dota TV server lagging kind of badly. It's not me. Dash ping doesn't work. Batrider gonna get the ult off on Sing Sing. The epicenter coming through from Mania once again, doing a lot of damage to Sing Sing and Skewer now. Reverse player already been used. Looks like they're gonna be able to get a kill on someone. Maybe Lena low on HP.
Snuffed out.
Gonna get picked up by Jarcraft in the backfight. Select gonna be barely alive, taking a lot of damage, able to get a kill on the Sand King with that rocket flare. Now Unicorn getting pulled back in. Sing Sing in a lot of trouble. Mask of Madness not serving him well there. But fortunately, while I was there to bail him out with the Eclipse, able to get a double kill. GG finally going to be called by Mania. AL just wanted to have one last hurrah there while they're alive. But that is going to be game 2 going the way of QPandas. They're going to lead in this best of 5 series 2-0 now. We will get the scoreboard coming up for you guys. And then take a short break while we're waiting for game 3 to get going here. Once again, my name is Kanaz, providing a little bit of additional coverage for this SK Gaming Cup in the Grand Finals Best 5 between QPandas and Absolute Legends. And here's the scoreboard, and I will be back momentarily for game 3. Thanks for coming. Feel free to stick around.